Welcome to the Ardan Labs podcast. Give all our guests the 2 minutes on what you're doing today, just today.
I went full time on boot.dev about 9 months ago. So that's what I'm working on today. And boot.dev is really just a place to learn backend development in Python and then even more importantly in Go.
I'm the CEO and co-founder of Groundcover, which is a modern observability platform trying to reinvent what is usually known as an APM or an application performance monitoring platform where you observe your application in production.
I have an engineering background. I studied computer science. I went to Cornell and then spent some time at Amazon, Microsoft, and all the big tech guys back in the day. But I pretty quickly realized that I wanted to strike out on my own. So now we are running Down, as it's called, Down app. And we are a top 20 dating app in the US, maybe top 15 depending on the day.
Currently, I'm a software engineer at Google. More specifically, I'm working as an SRE in the so-called Borg ML team.
I live in the New York City area. I work at a financial sciences company called Two Sigma.
Well, I am a systems engineer supervisor. I lead a team of about 35 engineers, system engineers.
I'm working at GitLab. I am a customer success engineer, so I'm helping people with their GitLab adoption and usage.
So I'm the founder and CEO of Encore, which is a backend development platform for building cloud backends using Go.
I currently work at Cloudflare. I'm an engineering manager in an organization called Engineering Productivity and Planning. So our team's goal is to make tools that makes it easy for other engineers to be as productive as possible.
And now my favorite question to ask all my engineering friends. Don't think the first thing that pops in your head is you remembering the first time you were working on a computer where you just had that moment we all have where we're just like, wow, or something cool.
I was in math class, where you'd use a calculator. And we had all these homeworks, which were all these homework assignments to do these very apply this same thing over and over and over to a new set of inputs. And as I'm going through, I wonder if I could write some program. I wonder if I could write something that effectively would do my homework for me.
I think it was Windows 95. I had to have been 6 or 7. My dad had a computer in his office, and I'd pop in CD-ROMs and play games whenever I could.
All kinds of shooter games, adventure games, mostly kind of first-person games. That was mostly my thing back then.
Do you remember back in the day, AOL used to send out, and AOL and all the ISP competitors for dial-up internet used to send out those free trial discs, the CDs?
Playing games and was like, okay, I want to share this with the world, and then starting building websites. And first it was HTML, you put up these, construction animated GIFs on your website, these scrolling banners and all that sort of stuff. And then realizing, we could actually make this interactive. We could use a database, and I started looking into ASP and that sort of thing for server-side rendered pages and dynamic logic, and had an Access database.
I've been asking all my guests this question. So I've been listening to the last few podcasts. You know what's coming. I want your thoughts on the state of AI today, and your positives, your negatives, and do you see any way AI is going to be able to help you or hurt you?
So I've been a heavy user ChatGPT ever since it came out. I've been using GitHub Copilot. I mean, partly because, hoping they'll be effective additions to my workflow, but also just so that I understand what's going on, right? Because learning to code this year is not the same as when I started learning in 2010. So I want to understand the landscape better.
From a French perspective, for example, when I have to review a huge merge request with a lot of people on it that have not necessarily the same way of speaking English, it's becoming difficult to understand all the thread. So the AI could help us to do a kind of summary of the thread to have a quick overview of the problem. Because sometimes for my customer, I don't need to understand everything, but I have to explain him what is happening. Yes, we are in progress, but it's not enough. So if I can explain with more details, it will help me, and it will help the other people, because at GitLab, but for our customers too, we don't speak the same language. So I think it can help.
Personally, I think it's kind of fascinating. Like I am a ChatGPT Plus subscriber, and I do ask it questions at least most weekdays, and it's basically, I'm using it as a really, really good Google. I can ask it the questions I want, and it can give me usually an intelligible answer. And if we're talking about something concrete with examples, and it is a really incredible learning tool, is how I feel about it at this point. I'm not, I haven't gotten it to integrate with other things like book me a flight, for this. And I'm looking forward to that, because those are the kind of things that kind of hang me up right now. I'm looking forward to being able to give it a set of parameters and have it take care of things for me.
All right, this is Bill Kennedy signing off from the Ardan Labs podcast, and I hope to see everybody again real soon.
A big thank you to all of our listeners. Tune in every other Wednesday for more episodes.